Priestess sisters, I welcome you to this exploration of the ancient divine feminine technology of numbers. Numerology is the study of how energy organizes itself. The numbers 1 through 9 describe a complete cycle of becoming. This cycle mirrors, as all cycles do, nature's seasons, the feminine hormonal cycle from the bleed to ovulation and back, the moon cycle from new to full and back, as well as the tarot's major arcana, which is really the story of the hero or the heroine's journey. And this is, of course, the spiral of birth and growth, power, expression, release, death, and rebirth. This is nature's cycles. As we step back into our divine feminine power and truth, we come to know that all of life is cycles. And when we can locate ourself within those cycles, we gain access to our center and to our soul's guidance, to our highest self. We step back into sync with nature and gain Gaia's power moving through our body as the divine feminine force of Shakti. So if you're on the priestess path without a basic understanding of numerology, you could misread the timing of your own initiation as you proceed through it in this lifetime. Because your soul already knows where you are in the story from 1 to 9. This information about your life path number will help your mind to catch up with your soul. Without incorporating numerology or reading or paying attention to the energy of numbers around you, we could be trying to fix what's actually just trying to ripen in our own lives. We could mistake endings for failures or beginnings for chaos. And we also miss the opportunity to capitalize on the power of angel numbers or repetitive recurring numbers that occur in 3 or more, like 111, 222, etc. These are always opportunities, whether we see them on the clock, or we see them on our receipt, or we see them on an address. They are everywhere, and they are invitations for a priestess to return back into her own center, to understand the universe is in constant communication with her. And we'll talk specifically around how you can use these numbers to activate and awaken your connection to your own life purpose. So let's dive in. How to find your life path number. So this is a very practical, hands-on, very easy math practice we're about to do right now. Now, a life path number really refers to this constant cosmic journey that your soul is on over many lifetimes. If this lifetime is but one in thousands of experiences of your soul coming to know itself, we want to know, where are you in this lifetime on that cycle? Are you just at the beginning, a baby, beginning a new cycle? Or are you closing and ending a cycle? This will impact what kind of energy moves through your life and what kind of energy you want to embrace and open to. So let's find it first, and then we'll outline how to know what to do with your own personal life path number. It's very simple. All you have to do to find it is to take your full birth date, to add the month and the day and the year together, and then reduce each number until you land between 1 and 9. So let me use mine as an example. So I was born on December 18th, 1985. So I add 1, 2, 1, 8, 1, 9, 8, 5. I get that number, I add it. I continue to add it until I can get to a single digit number. So when I add 12, when I add 1 and 2, that's 3. When I add 1 and 8 for 18, that's 9. When I add 1984, that's 23. And then 23 becomes 2 plus 3 equals 5. So then we do 5 plus 9 plus 3. When we do that, we keep getting down to single digit number. It turns out into an 8. I am on an 8 life path this round, which means I'm nearing completion. My next life will be closing up this cycle of learning and ready to begin again. So I invite you now to find your own life path number. Again, simply add the single digits of all of the numbers of your birthday until you get a number between 1 and 9. So this journey of 1 through 9 is, again, it is the heroine's journey. I would love for you to just sit back, relax, open your eyes and your heart to receive the transmission of the numbers of the Divine Feminine. In the beginning, consciousness did not know itself. It was infinite and whole and undifferentiated. Number 1 was the moment consciousness dared to say, I am. It was a spark that leapt from the void. An identity was born. Number 1 is the first spark. The separation from the infinite womb, the thrill and the terror of existence, the birth of will. Number 2 arrived as a mirror. Self met other. Shiva met Shakti. Silence met sound. Number 2 is known as the mirror. She looks around and realizes she's not alone. There is other, there is reflection, there is mystery, there is lover, there is relationship. And she learns by listening and sensing and feeling in. Number 3 is the birth. The 1 plus the 1 becomes the 2, and the 2 creates a third, which is the relationship between the 2, or a child birthed of the 2. 3 bursts forth as creation. From relationship comes beauty and song and life itself, and even humans born of the 2 uniting in lovership. We call number 3 the birth, the creatrix. Number 4 is the temple. 4, like a chair, has 4 legs. It is stable. It is hard to knock over. 4 built the temple or the home for the 3. Bones, laws, seasons, form, shelter, containment. 4 is a deeply safe number. 5 cracked open the temple walls. Number 4 made those temple walls real safe. And number 5 burst through the temple walls, ready to expand and explore. Initiation enters. Change demands evolution. The seeker crosses the threshold. So we call number 5 the threshold in Divine Feminine Numerology. When the temple grows rigid, when we're too stable, we feel that call to evolve. We crack rules, and the seeker becomes the student. Change enters. Number 6 is the choice. She asks the great question of the heart, will you love consciously, or will you unconsciously repeat the past? Number 6, the choice, carries the energy of harmony. She must choose love or fear, union or fragmentation. This number is really about devotion. It's a sacred feminine number, a choice of harmony, deeply spiritual number. Number 7, the quest, sets the heroine back on the road. She created the stability. She broke through the stability to evolve. She faced her spiritual question. What will she choose? A new pattern or her soul's, the old pattern or her soul's journey? And 7, she has everything she needs to head back out on the road, where faith really learns discipline. The road is long, and faith really becomes action. It moves out of the mind into the body. We face challenges to really discover that deep truth and to embody it on all levels: mind, body, spirit, soul. The warrioress lives here and really learns that directions matter. Alignment to our North Star matters. This journey energy of 7 births 8. 8 is the infinity symbol. This is when power returns to itself, discovering infinite nature. Shadow and light merge. Shadow really introduced here deeply in 7 through this quest. And 8 is Eros, this life force energy. Creation dancing as one. Union. 8, infinity, the symbol of power. And 9 is known as the return. It's the exhale. It's the return back home. It's the remembering that nothing was ever missing. It's when all this wisdom is truly deeply embodied. It's when we realize that we set off on the journey and we arrived back exactly where we started, that we had the wholeness within us the whole way. Of course, 9 is also the death. It's the releasing and the shedding and the letting go. The cycle closes. It's the end of winter, right? It's the blood. It closes just to begin again, back at 1. Taking a breath to really locate yourself here as a divine feminine archetype, a living, breathing divine feminine archetype that we could map to the moon cycle over here. Where are you from that new moon being 1, the full moon being that 5 energy, and then the death being that release, dark moon, 9 energy? Where are you in that cycle of your life? So to get really specific here, if you are a 1 life path number, you are learning to begin without permission. It's really the beginning. Think of the beginning of the zodiac. Think of Aries energy. Like, I'm getting going. I'm starting it out. I'm really in the energy of me, discovering me. And as we move along that path, number 2, you are learning to trust your inner knowing over noise. You are learning to come into relationship, even sacred partnership. Life path number 3, you're learning to create from your womb, from your soul, without performing. All the things we create in our lifetime could be children, books, businesses, our own life is our art. This is your time. This is your lifetime to be in that energy of creation. Number 4, you're learning to build safety without rigidity. You're learning to build structure in this lifetime. Number 5, you're learning to evolve inherited structures. Whatever you've learned and inherited from your ancestral and familial, cultural understanding, you are breaking that down. You are breaking through. You are in an evolutionary lifetime. Number 6, you're learning to choose love without self-abandonment. this deep divine feminine number, spirituality, this communion of the divine feminine to really love freely and fully without abandoning ourselves. Births number 7, learning to move on your quest with faith, not force. It may be deep shadow work that you're heading through on this heroine's journey. But you'll always come out that other side on life path number 8, learning to hold power without fragmentation, connecting to the deep spirituality of infinity. You can think about we headed from, the Aries, the beginning of the zodiac. We are evolving through the cycle. We go from self, we go to relationship, we go to creating structures, we go to breaking down structures, we go to deep shadow work, we go to spirituality awakening. And by the time we hit number 8, we're headed into the union. So 8 is the two pieces coming together in equality. So it is this 3D life meeting this spiritual understanding. And number 9, you're learning to release and let go and transmit your wisdom as mentor. This is the end and the close of a cycle of deep learning for you. You're wrapping up. You're appreciating what you've learned. And you're surrendering to the ultimate death. The release of everything, of everything that's come between lifetimes 1 and 9. Just to start again. Sisters, 2026 is a 1 year. And we find that, of course, by adding 2 and 0 and 2 and 6. That's 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. We are at a 1 year right now, whether you're watching this now or later. So this is the beginning of a new cycle. There is the energy of freshness alive and available for you. We can always find the interaction of our own life path number and the number of the year and see really how does our own story fit into this story of this year. Because even me as a number 8 life path, here I am in a number 1 year. So in this journey, in this deep spiritual journey, I'm here uniting body and spirit on my 8 path year. I can meet this year 1 as a fresh new beginning on that life path. Now let's move into angel numbers, these repetitive recurring numbers you see, particularly 111. That occurs on November 1st, November 11th. That occurs on January 1st, January 11th. This occurs every single day at 1:11, 11, 11. This occurs all the time with anytime I see any 11s. So this is anytime you see double numbers. As a priestess, it's an opportunity to really capitalize on this message that the universe is giving you. The universe is placing a reminder in front of your face and saying, hey, remember who you are right now. Isn't it amazing to have a built-in spontaneous reminder from the universe to look inward to your heart? My invitation to you is to really let every time you see a double-digit number be a reminder, a call back in. It could be a call back to your breath. It could be a call back to your life purpose statement, of which we will be working on in Embodied Priestess. To speak mine very simply, my life purpose statement that I received many years ago. And it sounds so simple. It's just a few words, but somehow it took me years to really chip away at all the things I thought were my life purpose, including guiding women, being a priestess, awakening the divine feminine. What I really landed on is my purpose on this planet is to embody love. So simple. So finding that statement that's true for you, that will always be true, no matter what you're doing in life, whether you're born, whether you're dying, whether you're teaching, whether you're making money, whether you're sleeping, whether you're in a moment of your life where you're producing a lot or a moment where you're resting a lot, this will never change. So angel numbers are an opportunity to receive support from the universe. I hear you, universe. You're supporting me here. Always a good sign when we see these. Also an opportunity for you to call in and remember what is most important to you. And above and beyond anything you desire is really a remembrance of your purpose on this planet, which is so simple. Your purpose is not, again, we repeat this again and again, in every section, every cycle, and every season of the priestess path, that our purpose is not an action. It's not something we do. Our purpose is an energetic frequency, a resonance that we were born with and that we can choose to embody in any moment because it's who we really are. Numbers themselves are energetic resonances. So I invite you to play with this Divine Feminine Numerology, to really play with your own life path number and see how that puts into context your own life path and how you're relating to this particular year, whether it's a 1 year in 2026 or any number year beyond that. How is this telling a story in your life cycle? As above, so below, as within, so without. The number and story of the year on this planet Gaia is always the story of you as well. Blessings on your journey and your adventures with numerology. Blessed be, sister.